Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got a double feature episode of a brand new premium tank that I think you guys need to take a look at. And that is the LT-432, Tier 8 Russian light tank. This thing is absolutely a fun tank to drive. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of hooked on it already. So, spoiler alert! I like this tank. But yeah, so you're about to start to see me in the background playing the very first match I got put into, by the way. So, you know, that Tier 8 premium matchmaking, or not premium matchmaking, but Tier 8, what do they call that? When you buy a brand new tank and they're like, oh, you're going to get this many top tier games before you get... No, it doesn't happen. Straight into a Tier 10 match right off the bat because welcome to World of Tanks. So, what is there good about it? Well, it's got a little 85mm gun. It is basically an LTTB. If you've had the Tech Tree LTTB, you know what this thing is about. It's fast. It's got good concealment. In fact, this is better concealment than the LTTB. It's got slightly more penetration than the LTTB, but it pays for that with slightly slower reloads. LTTB stock reload, I think, is 5.4, and this one is 6 seconds stock. I've got a very good crew in this, by the way. Don't like look at my numbers and think that that's what... At best case scenario, that's what you're going to end up with. Because I think I'm running food, I'm running optics, I'm running rammer and vents. So rammer, vents, optics, and food on this little thing. And it's fantastic, and then a good crew to back it up. So keep that in mind. But it really is a fantastic tank. It's got a 29.63 horsepower per ton. It goes 65 kilometers an hour, which is 3 kilometers slower than the LTTB. Because it's a Tier 8 premium tank, you get 150% silver, which is pretty standard for a Tier 8 premium. So that the silver bonus is nice. Of course, then you only get the 10% extra XP, so you get 110% XP on it. But still, 10% and 50% more silver is a good silver-earning tank. And because you're a fast, mobile, light tank that has a good gun, I'm not going to lie, this gun is pretty darn good. I enjoyed it, and I have not had the ability to jump into a premium tank in a long time and just go, yep, I like this thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Ariat, the Tier 8 Premium. I got the test drive for the Italians. I love that. But to be able to just jump into a tank and know what it's about, like to feel the tank and go, yeah, I know this tank, even though I've never played it before, was fun. Maybe your results will vary, especially if you're not, you know, I wouldn't consider myself a light tank player. I do pretty well in them now, but I'm just, you know, I do enjoy jumping in a light tank from time to time and having some fun. Now, I will tell you this. This tank is a troll. And when I say it's a troll, I mean, it's got deceptive penetration. You're not going to pin everything with the standard round, but it does shoot APCR as standard. I do carry a few extra premium rounds for just a little bit extra penetration they give you, because there are some times when you might need it. I'm going to like a KV5 and that sort of thing. It just comes in handy. Now, we push in on this Pershing, but this thing has it's got such a low profile. You can really use the terrain to poke around and stuff, and people will bounce off of you for days. I've had really big guns bouncing off this thing, as you're going to see in a moment. But, yeah, we've got the backside of them. We go ahead and finish them off. Now, the guy that was pushing over with me wasn't talking, but he did push over with me, and I was talking to him. I was like, hey, man, if you could come with me, we could take this Pershing and get behind these guys. And we're just poking away at these guys. We're taking what they give us. We're not trying to get ourselves into trouble. And the moment I realized that we are in trouble, I'm like, you know what? I got to get something. I can't just die. So we're going to go out here and see if we can't stick our nose out after the artillery. I mean, we've got 800 damage right now. And we know that these artillery... The problem with having such a small gun is that even artillery take 3 shots. Watch, 1 shot, There goes half his health almost. 2-shot. Is it going to kill him? Nope. Every time pretty much leaves him with just enough to kill you. Or get his buddies around. So we do finish him off, and we're about to go after the other M55. And I'm using... It's such a small tank that it's ridiculously able to use the terrain to hide from people. Like, they can't shoot me. And it's hilarious. We've got some bounce damage in this game, even though it didn't look like it on the thing. We have bounced rounds. Now here we try to sneak up on him. We do get the jump on him. Now are we going to get over the ridge line? Thank God for being a low-profile tank. If that was a Sheridan, I'd be dead. He would have hit me. But now my job is done. Like, from here, I should have just taken off. But I got baited in by this Wizzy. I could get a little 4th kill here. Because I can take that Wizzy. I ain't scared of a Wizzy. I've got the DPM to take him down. And I'm full health. So, he's basically, what, 5 shots for me? I'll trade with that. But I can't go to him. And then, of course, this Centurion Action X, who just happens to be somebody who watches the channel. Hi, Patriot. Appreciate it. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to die. Might as well go down fighting. And so we take a little bit off the Wizzy anyway. But we end up breaking 2,000 damage in our very first game in a tier 10 lobby, thanks to killing 2 artillery. And unfortunately, we don't get a whole lot. But look at the silver. Even in a loss, 77,000 silver. That's not bad, guys. Not bad. Top damage dealer in a tier 10 lobby in a light tank that has literally an 85mm gun. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's just those amazing teams that I love to talk about. But yeah, so then on to the next one. We're on Berlin. Now, I think it's it's Berlin. Duh, it says Berlin Winter right there, Spartan. Read the screen. Are you a professional or are you a doof? Well, we all know the answer to that. Anyway, we are going to do what I like to do and see how it works. On this map, in a mobile tank, I like to go to the field, but I don't run straight to the center like a lot of light tanks do. I like, especially from this side, I like to use the ridge lines and let them run into the center, and then I get to sit back and snipe them. And so that's what we're going to try to do in this one. Now, it's a small map, so my spotting pretty much goes all the way across the map when I get to this spot anyway. So I don't really need to take, I don't know why people go straight across into the center like they do on this map. It's just dumb. Like, you just get there and then what? You're stuck. You move, you get shot from everywhere. But yeah, we're going to get this position early, and I don't know if people just like forget that I'm over here or what, but we're going to have a pretty decent game. And then I'm going to make a huge mistake. So you guys notice that I run food on this instead of a fire extinguisher. So foreshadowing there. Now watch this. This isn't the most accurate gun in the world, but it doesn't seem to be that inaccurate. It tends to hit where you aim more often than not. And this STA-2, oh, we missed. Unfortunate. I say that and I miss, right? Yeah, well, there's the shot. That didn't miss. Nice 200 damage right through the front of his turret. Not even scared. And then he's like, I don't know what I should do here. And you don't get the best shots from here, but if you're patient, you can do this. Hi! Yep, that's right, I hit your engine. Somewhat. But yeah, so this thing likes to catch on fire apparently, so I would recommend taking and dropping the food and going with a fire extinguisher, at least a manual. But watch this Pantera. So we take 200 off of him. Watch him. He's gonna tunnel vision me hard here, and I'm gonna take another 180 off of him. He's got 400 health left, and I'm gonna take another hit. Oh, we try to track him in place. He fixes it immediately. No shame there. And then we try to track him again, but there's the problem with these small guns. They don't always break the track the first time. And then we try to use the terrain. He pins us. We manage to not hit him. There we hit the track again, but it doesn't track him. It goes straight through, though, and does damage, so that's fine. He's backing off and gives us the broadside of his tank, and we take him down. So just using the low profile of this tank and using the... is he going to drive out in front of us? Yes, he is. We put a shot on him. Again, not tracking him, unfortunately, but we get a shot onto him again, and we do some damage before he sneaks away. And so yeah, our team is not winning at the moment. It's unfortunate, but it is a thing. And we are going to try to get some things happening here. Now, the teams are now obviously tied up, and we have taken the lead. So, now that most of my targets here have backed off, you can see I'm eyeing that Tiger too. That's 1,280 damage that I know I could probably take easily. But then I see these guys pushing through the center, and I'm about to get hit with the freaking most ridiculous, like, auto lock ever. Watch this Thunderbolt. I come over, I go to shoot him, and put a shot on him, and he just looks at me and pulls the trigger. Of course, he pins me, sets me on fire. I don't have a fire extinguisher. This is going to hurt. And what I did is I freaking threw my repair kit immediately instead of waiting for the fire to burn out and then using my repair kit. So, big rookie mistake there, and that's going to cost me. I could have had an absolute bomb of a game in this one if it wasn't for that, because I'm ammo racked for the rest of the game. Now, being ammo racked in this thing isn't quite like being ammo racked in the any other tank, but you do notice, instead of having a sub 6 second ammo load time, now it's what, 8, 9? Yeah, 9.7 seconds, almost double. So yeah, not preferable, but it's still enough that we can make some things happen, and we could have had some good shots on these guys. But I'm anxious to push in on these 3 light tanks because they're working together. Now, we almost sneak a shot into the Vanguard there, and he's going to try to give us a better shot, I think, in a moment, or somebody is. Right there on the ridge line, and we get a good shot into the other Vanguard. And the 432 is sitting there on the backside of the ridge line trying to snipe us, or snipe the medium that's in front of us. But yeah, so in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and start pushing towards them to at least get their attention. And we put around on the 432, of course, all we do is hit his track. We don't actually do any damage. And that's one thing you got to watch with this thing. It does tend to just damage the track when you go through the side. Now, if you're better at aiming, it's not going to happen as often probably. But yeah, we know me by now, I would hope. But they've got 4 people left. We are winning this match, and I'm going to go ahead, while everybody seems to be distracted, I'm going to go ahead and push out. Now, as soon as I do this, the cap is going to go off behind me. Watch. As soon as I go, right there. So somebody's coming through our cap right now. Well, there's only one person not spotted, and that's the tank destroyer. And so I'm going to go ahead and push on this Tiger 1, or Tiger 2 anyway. We get a good shot on him there, just peeking the ridgeline. And now we've got his attention. But as soon as we, like, play with him, he decides to look away, and we just drive in and get another pin, and then he gets finished. And now we've got this Vanguard over here. Watch me chase him. I should have just cut straight across to the left and gone right into him. But I decided to chase him because I wasn't expecting him to just run into my entire team and die. Like, he should have come around and, like, played with me a little bit. But maybe he just had a moment like I did in the last one where you get to a certain point, you're happy with what you did, and you just don't care about the outcome. You're like, I'll go. I don't care. But yeah, the 50 TP finishes off the Achilles that was coming in through the base, and we get a win with 2,300 damage. So 2 games, over 2,000 damage, multiple pins, and a nice light tank. So would I recommend buying this? Absolutely. This is a fantastic little light tank, good silver earner, and you're not going to be disappointed. If you don't like light tanks, don't buy it. It's not for you. But it is a fun little tank to pilot. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.